talk truth, we talk pain, turning struggle into strength again. From the heart to the mic, we keep it grown, keep it right. If you're looking for the path you're lost, we bring the light into your life. Talking with Maserati, where real men rise, where the broken heal, where the world gets better every time we keep it real. Talking with Maserati, yeah, this is where the change starts. Every story got a meaning, every mind got a fight, but every day's another chance to turn wrongs into rights. We building better brothers, better fathers, better friends. We talk life, we talk pressure, we talk power from within. Sit back, breathe, open your mind and let's grow together this. It's Talking with Maserati.
Wow, what is up with everyone? So look, as you can tell, I got an intro song. I like it. I think it's more mature. I think it goes good with the song, with the show. I mean, like, everything is. I was able to get that. I think it's dope. Let me know how y'all like the song in the comments. But today, everybody, it's your boy Maserati Shellz. You are tuned into another episode of Talking with Maserati. Real men, real talk, where we talk about loyalty, manhood, relationship, growth, betrayal, peace, purpose, and all the real things that those deal with, but nobody ever wants to talk about out loud, right? In today's show, I'm diving into something that is hurting a lot of people, especially growing men in their 30s and their 40s. It's about support, self-worth, loyalty, and why most people fold on you when you're elevating, right? So sit back, relax, turn up the volume, and let's talk about that real talk. Let's get into it.
It's an evil world we live in.
It's an evil world we live in, right? The reason why most people don't support you. The reason why most people don't support you, right? And most people don't support you because your growth reminds them that they're stuck. And a lot of people are only stuck because they choose to be stuck, and they don't even understand that. So when someone chooses to be stuck, right? When someone chooses to be stuck, like when someone really chooses to be stuck, they don't have to be stuck. They're choosing to be stuck, which means that they could easily get unstuck, right? They could easily do little things. They could change little things, right? And get unstuck. But they prefer to be comfortable where they're at in life. They prefer to be accepting of their current situation. Like they could easily elevate themselves out of poverty. They could easily, and I mean, like, you know, there's so many ways you can do the content creation. You can go to school, you can go to vocational school, you can just learn. Some people are happy with this narrative. I have to be street, I have to be hood, I have to be this. So they're stuck, right? And let me start with something real that most people don't want to admit, right? That's something that most people don't want to admit. they'll never tell you outright, hey, yo, I'm stuck, and that your growth reminds them that they're stuck. So you have people that grew up with you. You have people that seen you your whole life, and they see you start elevating. It reminds them that, dang, I ain't grown. So here's the thing, right? Think about this. If you've grown in a matter of 3 years, where more than people have their whole life, they're going to realize, oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Because your growth in a matter of 3 years has outpaced their life. So now they're stuck, right? And now they're stuck. So that's not what they don't like about you. It's not they don't believe in your dreams. It's your elevation that exposes their laziness. So remember this, right? I'm trying to catch my thoughts. I'm thinking about a bunch of other stuff, right? Your elevation exposes their laziness. So what I mean by that is even me. I've been kind of in that thing. When I see somebody do something that I start to do and they do it with ease, I'm like, dang. I'll even tell myself, man, I was too lazy to do that because I know I could have did that, right? I know I could have did that. I just didn't do it because I was being lazy, and that's my fault. And a lot of people won't admit that. See, a lot of people won't admit that. A lot of people won't admit that that's their fault. A lot of people won't sit there and tell you, you know what? That's my fault. I made that mistake. I could have been in this situation. I could have been better off. I could have did this. I could have did that. They want someone to blame for the reason why they're stuck. You ever notice how people clap louder for celebrities that they don't know than the friend they grew up with? They'll say, welcome home, Max B. They never say welcome home to you. They'll say happy birthday, Nip. They'll never say happy birthday to you. They'll say all these things to all these people on social media and Instagram, right? But they'll never say it to you. You wonder why? Because it's zero courage to support. It takes zero courage to support a stranger. It takes no courage to support a stranger that you don't know. So you can easily support a stranger that you don't know. It's easy to hop in their comments, send them a DM that you don't know, right? But it takes accountability to support someone you know who started from the same place as you. It takes accountability to support someone who started from the same place as you. What that means is if you started where I started, I have to hold myself accountable like I got to support my boy. I have the opportunity to support my boy. I'm blessed to support my boy. It takes that level of accountability. You see what I'm saying? So most people can't do that. It takes zero courage to support a stranger. You know why? They don't know I exist. They don't know I'm here. So they don't even expect it from me. But I'm going to give it with undying loyalty. You know why? Because most people do. I'm not saying me. I'm just saying that. People see you leveling up and they get uncomfortable because it reminds them of everything they're not doing. So say it like this, right? How can I say? Drex, right? Drex from OC, right? I'm from OC, so Drex. Drex has been getting a lot of hate lately in his DMs about certain stuff, right? And that being because of the fact that he's climbing in the music industry. His climb reminds people that, hey, he's working harder than them in music and he got there faster than them, right? And so that bothers people. So they want to say, oh, we don't claim him, this, that, and all that. You know what I'm saying? And all that. So what I say to people is this, right? You have to understand something, right? I'm looking at this thing. I'm trying to give you guys some pointers, but it didn't pop up. Anyway, people see you leveling up, and Drex is a prime example. And I have to use examples that are close to me so I can really kind of make it seem sense. And I'm not gonna say I hate. I just like using a lot of rap references because I think the world is bigger than music. There's more things to go, but that's just what I'm using right now, right? But anyway, people see you leveling up and they get uncomfortable because it reminds them of everything they're not doing. And reminding someone of everything they're not doing is a very simple task because all you have to do is take this, post your hard work. Man, look, I'm right now, I'm podcasting. It's just me in here. I'm running the camera. I'm running the soundboard. I did the lighting. I did everything. It's just me in here. I started with 1 subscriber. Now I'm at 1 million. Bro, I do this. And they'll be like, man, he didn't do nothing. But they weren't there the days I was in here by myself. They was in here when I was pushing the content by myself, when I was editing the content, putting it on sites and clipping it and doing all that. They weren't there for that. But guess what? They're not going to clap. They're not going to support. They're going to get mad. Why? Because it shows them anyone can do this. Not at a great level, but everyone can, and it takes time. But the time I'm willing to sacrifice in there, the dedication, the sacrifice I'm willing to make, they're not willing to make that. So guess what's going to happen? guess what's going to happen? They're going to find a reason to say, hey, I'm not going to support him because of whatever reason, right? And you have to be okay with this. It's not that they don't like you. You got to understand, because sometimes you'll sit in your head, you'll sit back and be like, damn, motherfuckers don't even like me like that. Nah, it's not that. And it's not that they don't believe in your dreams. It's your elevation exposes their laziness. And we all got some laziness in us, I guess, to an extent. But I think that most people would like to, what's the word I'm looking for? Excuse their laziness for you not deserving what you worked hard for. So they want to say, oh, I'm not lazy. He just got this because no one did this, and that. No, you're just lazy. And this goes for anybody. This could be for men. This could be for women. So I'm just talking to dudes because I'm a guy. You know what I'm saying? But you have to remember that and here's a term that I like to use a lot. Elevation requires separation. So you can't, I use my hands. You can't start here and want to get here and don't think it's going to be a gap. You can't start here and want to get here and don't think it's going to be a gap. It's going to be a gap because if the people that's right here with you don't climb with you, there's going to be a gap. And as that gap grows, you're going to disconnect with a lot of people. They're not going to understand that. And they're going to want you to be the same old person you used to. You're like, I'm not that person no more. I don't even know who the person I used to be. And the support is going to dwindle. You'll be like, dang, y'all used to support me when I was negative. You don't support me now that I'm positive? That's crazy work. That's diabolical. You know what I'm saying? That becomes a narrative like, hey, whoa, you supported me when I was doing all the wrong things. Now I'm doing all the right things. You can't even support me. Like, you see me post every day. You see me put up an episode every day. You can't even just click like. You can't even share it. It takes, look, watch. Start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, about 20 seconds to share a post. From opening my phone from it being closed, 20 seconds to go into my page, finding a post and posting it. 20 seconds. Now we're going to do it again. Phone down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, about 21 seconds. Oh, 21, about 21 seconds to get to YouTube and share the video. 20 seconds. It takes 20 seconds out of someone's time to support you. 20 seconds. It takes 20 seconds out of someone's minute. You know how many minutes in a day? I don't know. I'd have to look it up. But 20 seconds and they can't support you because your elevation exposes their laziness. It took 20 seconds to go. Y'all see me pick up my phone, go to YouTube, type in Talk with Maserati, pop up, scroll down past the shorts, go to a video, click it to play it for 3 seconds to get the view, then hit share to either my story or to Facebook, just to say I'm gonna support someone. And it's free. It took 20 seconds. That's people at their work are picking up their phone to go scroll through whatever. That's 20 seconds. And most people always have their phone, right? So that shows you most people don't really rock with you. They're not really there for you. Your elevation is exposing their laziness. That's why they clap louder for celebrities that they don't know rather than the friends they grew up with. That's why. And sometimes you have to understand, it's not personal. They might not even understand why they're doing it. They've been conditioned to do this anyway. Right? So this is something they're conditioned to do in their mind. They've already understood, like, you know what, this is what I'm going to do regardless. So they don't even know what they're doing is wrong. They think they're in the right. They think, well, hey, this is what it is. This is my favorite rapper. This is my favorite, yeah. They don't even know that. They're not keeping it solid. So you can't blame them, right? You can't even blame them. You know, you can't blame someone who never had a real vision, a real dream, never had something they seen that was tangible and say, you know what, they wake up to every morning saying, I want this. I'm praying to God for this. I know God's gonna give me this in faith. You don't understand. Some people won't understand that. Some people don't get that. Some people always think that you're trying to do something for money. Some people understand you're not doing something for money. And some people don't understand that you would like to have a team to help you. Some people don't want to support you like that. Some people don't know that you want a team. Some people don't know that you need help. You want help. But you don't want to ask for help because you don't want somebody to outright say, no, I ain't going to help you, because now it makes you feel weird because now you have to cut someone off and you don't want to go big because, like, man, I came to you for help. But let me tell you something. When God gives you everything you ask for and he bless you and it works, guess what they're going to be? Right there saying, hey, man, I support you the whole time. Remember when I did? No, you didn't. Stop the cap. You didn't support me the whole time. You was supporting me occasionally a little bit, hoping that this would transpire into something. So now you can say at the right moment, nah, we're not doing that, champ. No, champ, we're not doing that, champ. Nah. But I won't dwell on that for too long because I think that we all know we all have experienced that in our life where we be like, damn. Okay, before I leave, I want to say, you ever did something and someone in your family close to you wouldn't even give you no props for it, but the same famous person or someone else did it and they clapped louder than you don't know what? You like, really? Like, are you serious? Like, for me, when I came home, few people, like some people I care, the people I care about most about, they say welcome home, so I'm cool with that. That was enough for me. But the so-called real ones, the ones that say they rock with me, nothing. Soon as these Max B, when Kevin Gates came home and Blueface came, when all these dudes that's saying, oh, welcome, I'm like, this man don't even know you. Like, he has no clue that you even exist. Like, I just laughed it off because I understand that regular people want to be seen by stars. I mean, they have celebrityism, which is the case of thinking that celebrities are everything. So I get it. But we're going to keep the show going. You know, how y'all liking the show so far? We're recording right now, pre-records, because I haven't got the Wi-Fi fixed. So we'll be back to Twitch soon once it stops backing up. Plus it's raining, so it's trash anyway when it's raining. Right? So now, I think I've talked about this a few times before, but we're going to elaborate on this, right? Men, protect your peace. I'm going to say it again. Men, protect your peace. Men, protect your peace. Fellas, let me talk to you directly for a second, right? A man has three things: his name, his word, and his discipline, right? Scarface said something different, but I'll go with, all I got in this thing is my word or my boss. But I'm going to actually say his name, his word, and his discipline. His name lives on, his word lives on, his discipline is remembered, right? These three things are his legacy, right? If you lose any one of these, you lose yourself. And we all know that. In the streets, in business, in life, in relationships, once you lose your name and your word and your discipline, it's over. Like, let me dig into this, right? I'll start with your name. Now, your name, and so many levels I can go with the name, but I'll go with the streets. In the streets, once you have smut on your name, and we say smut on your name, that means you told, did some goofy, got a foul case, you was on a bad yard. A lot of times that's not most 100% of the time, it's not going nowhere. Wherever you go, you could try to move. You could try to relocate. Once smut is on your name, smut is forever on your name, and it will be like that till the day you die. And anyone else who has your name in the streets has smut on their name. That's how much an important name is. Let me reiterate that. So if you're not from the streets, I won't go too deep into it. But if you have someone else's name, if you're little this, tiny this, infant that, newborn that, fetus that, or whatever the case may be, they have that. Whatever someone does in that name lineage, it could fall on you. So protect your name at all costs. Be mindful of when you do something, how's that going to sit on your name? How's that going to be on your jacket? When you're doing, and if as a man, let me say this. As a man, if you operate like that 100% of the time, if you as a man, I'm trying to get comfortable, guys. Sorry. Okay. Oh, that's a little more. Okay. As a man, if you operate like that 100% of the time, like if you really just be like, okay, everything I do, I'm kind of like understanding whatever move I make is gonna be reflective of my name. You would make different moves. You wouldn't necessarily do the same things that goofies do. And see, sometimes goofies don't understand that the things they're doing is really gonna affect their name. They thinking they just, oh, it's whatever. No. It reflects your name. When dudes do this, I'm gonna move to this city, I'm gonna move to this state. No, your name is gonna travel, especially in the system. Right? So your name is valuable. It's like your ghetto credit card. Like, you know, it's like you never said, you remember what was E40 album, my ghetto report card? That's what it is. You have to respect your name, even in business. And let's go to the square life. In business, your name is your credit. So when you go do business with one person, right? Let's say I go do business with this gentleman over here. I do great business. He in turn tells his friend, oh, man, I did business with Maserati, you know, the podcast guy. He did solid business, man. I paid him to promote my product. He promoted it. I got great sales from it. I would do business with him again. Now, I met another guy at a convention that's cool with this guy. And he says, hey, do you know a guy named Maserati? Yeah, I did great business with him. He's a good guy. You should work with him. And tells my name is good in this circle of business. Now, let's say on the flip side, I take a man's money to do some promo. I never do the promo. I keep the money, and I try to bully him, bogart. Like, well, I ain't doing nothing. You want to get how you live. He's going to say, you know what? I'm not that type of guy. I'm going to back off of that. But guess what? My name is now burnt. My name is now burnt. And now I'm forever have a stain on my record that I did bad business. And even though I might have got a couple dollars from this guy, he's going to tell the next guy going to tell the next guy, and now I'm burnt. I'm blackballed from this type of business. I have to start over. I have to work hard. I have to do a whole bunch of other things because you know why? I'm bad business. Your name is everything. Protect it at all costs. This is in the 40 laws of power. This is in 22 immutable laws of branding and 22 immutable laws of marketing. All the books you will ever read says protect your name with your life. This is everything. Like, I'm not making this up. It's not like something that just fell out the sky. This is known amongst everything in the streets, in business, everything. Protect your name at all costs. Right now, a man has his word. A man's word is so sacred. It's so many levels I could be on this topic all night, but I'm going to keep it short. I've given my word, and I've had to lose out just to keep my word. I've had to take a loss just to keep my word because I want it to be said that I'm a man of my word. I want it to be known that when I give my word, you could take that to the bank. Now, here's the thing. There's going to be times in your life where certain circumstances, you're not going to be able to keep your word. But as a father, you would want to keep your word to your child. So don't tell me you can't. Don't ever tell somebody you're going to do something that you can't do. Only thing you can do it if you can do it. Now, there's times I've said I was going to do something, I couldn't do it. And that happens, right? So you can't, I'm not going to say no one can keep their word 100% of the time because I can give you my word, I'm going to do something, and then it's a tragedy in my family. I can't come, I can't do it. It is what it is. That's just going to be what it's going to be. But if you give your word, it says it in the Bible, let your yes be your yes, let your no's be your no's. That's biblical. That's scripture. Your word is sacred. When you give it, make sure you can follow through at least 70% of the time. You'll be better than most if you can be 70% of the time when you give your word. If you could be there 70% of the time when you give your word, you'll be better than most. I promise you that. You would be better than most, right? Your word to your woman. That is so key when it comes to women, fellas. If you want to protect your peace, keeping your word to your woman is so valid. It is so paramount. Women love a man who can keep his word from the smallest to when it's a dinner date. When if you're going to be just with her, not cheating. Like if you say you're going to do something, if you tell a woman you're going to do something, Man, listen, if you tell a woman you're going to do something, my best advice, bro, is whatever it takes, you better move hell and heaven to do it. You better move heaven and hell to do it. If you tell a woman, bro, you're going to do something, you better move heaven and hell to do it. Because women are very, very big on that. When you tell her, bro, I remember I used to be faded a lot, right? I used to be drunk, messed up. And I would tell females things at this time. They will remember it in detail and say, remember what you told me? You said we were going to do this. I'm like, I said, what? You said we was going to go here. I'm like, man, I just can't do it. I'm hungover. Because I be saying when I was drunk, like, yeah, tomorrow we're going to go. We're going to do this. We're going to do this tomorrow. I'm like, man, I can't. I'm hungover. And they would just be so sad. They'd be looking at me all day like, really, we ain't going to go? Because I gave my word. And a lot of my life, I'm not going to lie, it took me about till, this is going to be so sad, but I'm being transparent with you. It took me about to like 2 years ago to really understand the value of keeping my word. And I made sure I was a man of my word. I made sure since then I've been a man of my word because I understood that as a man, the value it gave me, the quality of man I became by keeping my word. And what I mean by keep my word is not lying. Like, you don't have to lie. As a man, you don't have to lie. And what I mean by that is tell the truth at all costs, no matter what happens, bro. If you're a guy who don't want to be with just one woman, tell women that. If you're a guy who likes only skinny women, tell women that. If you're a guy who only dates white women, tell women that. If you're a guy who only dates black women, tell women that. Just tell women the truth. Tell men the truth. Don't lie. Your word you'll be respected more if you just tell the truth straight out. Now, for me, I'm more of I won't say nothing. I'd rather not say nothing than tell you the exact truth, because I'm gonna tell you the truth, but it might sting, it might hurt. So I say I ain't gonna say nothing. But if you ask me, I will tell you. But if you don't ask me, I'm not gonna say nothing, because it's not what goes in a man's mouth that defiles him. It's what goes out, and that's in the scripture. So instead of me saying something that's gonna defile me and make me look bad, it tarnish my name, I'm not gonna say nothing, because silence is golden sometimes, right? He who controls his mouth is a man who controls himself, right? Then it goes into the next thing. And his discipline. A man has his discipline. Now, I know there's some women who watch my podcast secretly because they tell me. Shout out to the ladies. Shout out to the ladies for sure. I use my deep voice when I talk to the ladies. Anyway, all jokes aside, discipline. It's nothing more sexy to a woman than a man with a discipline, especially sexual discipline. I cannot tell fellas enough. I cannot press the fact. I cannot insinuate. I cannot just make it so blatant how important sexual discipline is for a man. To refuse the cooter sometimes. To tell women, look past a woman's beauty. Look past just how fine she is. Bro, listen, do you know I purposely have to ignore how good a woman looks sometimes when I'm talking to him. I have to look deeper. Like, let me just talk about what's inside, because most men, we're visual creatures, yes, and we want to look on the outside so bad. Like, damn, she got so much ass, titties. Damn, look at she's thin ass. Look at her fucking. She beautiful. Look at them lips. Like, that's what we talk about 24/7. Like, I be on a date, bro. I know the look I'm giving her, and I know she can tell, but I make sure I never mention how she looks, because I want her to understand my discipline is I'm disciplined enough to know that I just don't want sex from you. I would like to see more of you. I would like a different energy from you, right? And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people just think that most men are just about the same thing, you know? We're just about the same thing. We're just about the same old, you know, same thing. You know, we just want the same one night stand, or we just want to clap cheeks, which I ain't gonna lie, we do. We do just want to clap cheeks. So, oops, I was trying to do something, sorry. We do. I could have posted that right there, but I didn't want to. We do want to just clap cheeks. We do sometimes. But the discipline makes you way more attractive. And how do you show discipline? It's simple. Waking up 5 a.m., going to the gym, watching how you speak, watching what you eat. For me, I chose going celibate sometimes because if I could deny myself that when I know I want to punch a hole through something and I could be on a date with someone, she's like rubbing up on me and I'm like, man, why are you asking me to hold your hand? Why am I rapping? And you just, it's there. And all the blood rushing to that one part. And you like, man, she played way too much. You like, man. But the discipline you telling yourself is, I'm not going to go for it. It's a difference, right? Because your name, your word, your discipline, if you lose any one of those, you lose yourself. I know. I've been there. I'm not telling you from something I don't know. I'm telling you from experience. I've been there. If you lose any one of those, you lose yourself. Protect your peace like you protect your phone, but hold bold. Oh, hold on. Trust me, I've been there. Protect your peace like you protect your phone. Both hold your whole life in it. Not my whole life. Somewhat of my whole life. But protect both like you protect your phone, And it's a reason why I say that like that, right? It's a reason why I say that. It's a reason why I say that. It's because most people don't get this. Most people will never understand this. And it's cool because protecting your peace affects your work life, your professional life, if you're an entrepreneur, your relationship. You have to be at peace when you're doing things, right? You have to be at peace. If I'm not at peace, if I'm struggling, I have a thing. I'd rather be at peace with myself and at war with the world than be at peace with the world and be at war with myself. You have to be at peace. You have to protect your peace. You need that. You have to be at peace with yourself, fellas. You have to understand what peace looks like for you. My peace might not be the same peace for you. We might have two different understandings of peace. My peace might not be your peace. My peace might be a different type of peace, right? My happiness might be a different happiness, but you have to understand what's your peace, what's your happiness, right? Because at the end of the day, the reason why I say this, I'll change the light. I didn't like that light. Anyway, at the end of the day, women are emotional creatures. They heal out loud. They talk to their friends. They talk to their coworkers. They cry. They release. Right? They heal out loud. They talk to their friends. They talk to their coworkers. They cry. They release. Men, we heal in silence. We shut down. We go to work. We take care of responsibilities. We swallow the pain. It becomes a personality. Think about that. We heal in silence. First, we suffer in silence. Then we heal in silence. We shut down. We go to work. We take care of responsibilities. We swallow that pain. It becomes a personality. I do it. Anyone who knows me knows I'm not bullshitting you. Anyone who knows me knows I'm telling you from experience. I am being very transparent with you. I'm telling you from experience. So when they watch this, they're going to say, damn, I know he's telling his story. He's telling the truth. He's telling his experience. But healing in silence doesn't mean healing alone. Right? Right? So you have to understand that. You have to understand that because when it becomes a personality, you're more honorary, you're more rude, you're more distant, you're more quiet, you're more jaded, you're more like, I don't believe I don't trust nobody. You can't do that. Right? But healing in silence doesn't mean healing alone. What that means is just because you're silent don't mean you have to be alone. Doesn't mean you're alone. Doesn't mean you're lonely. Being alone doesn't mean you're lonely. So I need you to understand protecting your peace, what that means, right? You can't heal with everybody, right? Now, some might say that's bad, some might say that's good. But you need boundaries. You need to know your standards. Not everybody deserves access to you. If I've talked to you personally, I've told you this 1,000 times. I just got to telling a coworker this yesterday. You need boundaries. You need standards. Not everyone deserves access to you. I've preached this so many times to people, and no one seems to get what I mean when I say this. You got to understand, if you give a person an inch, they will take a mile. You have to have a standard for yourself. I will not accept this. If you do this, you will not have access to me. If you do this, you will not have access to me. That's over with. Bye. Block, was it block, delete? Was it block, delete? Block, delete. Because you don't value me how I value myself. So there's nothing we can talk about. Understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, men, protect your peace. You have to understand in life, there's going to be a lot of pressure on you. There's going to be a lot of things in life. It's a lot of responsibilities to take care of. There's a lot of pain you're going to have to swallow. It's going to happen. That's what comes with being a man. Now, you can release that. You can heal out loud. You can talk to friends. You can talk to coworkers. You can cry and release. That's fine as a man. You can do that. Or you can do what you could choose to heal in silence. You can shut down. You can do whatever you want. But protect your peace when you're doing that. Protect your peace, okay? Protect your peace. Now, what else? And with protecting your peace, I need to drink water. I'm talking a lot. Running my mouth, but talking a lot, right? With protecting your peace, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what's coming, right? With protecting your peace, it's another thing I learned the hard way, right? It's another thing I learned the hard way. You can't save people who enjoy being broken. You can't save people who enjoy being broken. Some people think it's cool to be broken. Some people revel in the thought of being broken, right? Some people don't want healing. They want attention. Some people don't want growth. They want sympathy. Some people don't want change. They want company in their misery. I'm going to say that again. Some people don't want healing. They want attention. Some people don't want growth. They want sympathy. Some people don't want change. They want company in their misery. The moment you stop trying to save everybody is the moment your life gets lighter. Lighten the load. The moment you stop trying to save everybody is the moment your life is going to get a little lighter. You're going to be like, right? You're not a rehab center. You're not a therapist. You're not a bank. You're not a father to grown adults. You can support people. You can encourage people, but you can't fix people. I'm sorry. You're not Jesus Christ, bro. Sorry. Fellas, you're not Jesus Christ. I'm just telling you. And you can't save, bro, I'm talking to me right now. I'm not talking to you, fellas. I'm talking to myself. I'm looking in the mirror talking to me right now. I'm not even talking to y'all no more. The podcast ain't even for y'all no more. It's for myself. You can't save people who enjoy being broken. I had to learn this the hard way, right? You try to help everyone around you. You try to fix this person. Hey, I see what you're going through. Hey, hit me. Hey, this is what you should do. Hey, man, this will work for me. They don't do it. Okay, bro. Hey, I'm trying to help you here. Oh, you just want the attention. Oh, bro, hey, you ain't got no growth. You want the sympathy. Oh, you should change this. Oh, you want me to be company in your misery. You want to hop on social media and cry out this, right? But you want me to drag as you emotionally vent every day about something you don't want to change. I'm not a rehab center. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a bank. I'm not a father to grown adults. I just can't fix people. I had to wake up and say, I just can't fix people. I can't save everybody. I ain't got a cape no more. I got a hoodie. Put your cape away and get a hoodie, nigga. It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. You can't save everybody. That's just the cold-hearted truth about the situation. Right? And it's funny. You know, it's funny because I sit here and I think to myself about a conversation me and my boy Sav had. And this part of the show reminds me of that conversation. And we say this all the time, man. We just get tired of trying to save everybody, especially in our culture. Is I look at my podcast, right? And I don't care about views. I don't care about engagement. I don't care who posts clips of my podcast. That's not one of my things, right? Because I always tell myself, I do my podcast because when I was 14, 15, 16, 17, when I was making those crucial decisions in my life, if I had a podcast or I know a man like myself who had been through this and he was trying to get people not to go through that, and I knew that he'd been through this, he did this, I would listen to him. But people don't think like that, bro. They just want attention, sympathy, and they want partners in their misery. And I've been carrying so much baggage for so long, it's time to lighten the load. It's time to lighten the load. You know why? Because when I needed people, when I assumed people would be there to support me, even though I didn't need it, that phone didn't ring. I'm talking about, and I'm not talking about some like off the wall people. I'm talking about people that we in group texts, brother this, brother that. I done looked out for. I didn't help do great things for. I done gave. Tried to help. They calling me with their problems. I'm sitting on the phone. Hey, you should do this. Hey, I'm going to put you on my podcast to help with your problem. I tried to fix people who were happy being broken. When people enjoy being broken, you can't change that. And I think what happens is we don't understand that sometimes people being broken is just like an addiction. Like when they say you can't treat alcoholics like until they're ready to fix their addiction. Some people enjoy being broken. And we also get in relationships with people we try to fix. We're trying to say to people we're in a relationship with, like, no, they like being like that. You try hard. No, they like being like that. No matter what you show them, no matter what you give them, no matter how much you be there for them, they're not going to change. That's who they are. Stop trying to fix people. Stop trying to fix people, right? Right? Now, what else I want to talk about? I know we're jumping around a lot today, but I kind of want to give you guys a little something. I know I haven't really done like a really formatted show in a while, so I kind of want to give you guys a formatted show. But let's talk about relationships for a minute because a lot of y'all have been asking for this. A lot of y'all have been asking for this relationship thing, and I've been kind of like, I don't want, first and foremost, my homegirl hit me with this too. My homegirl was telling me, she's like, Sheldon. She calls me Sheldon. She's like, I know you, but a lot of your people who watch your podcast don't know you. So she goes, I know that you advocate for women. She goes, I know that you believe women should have equality, it should be equal. And I know that you care about women like that, but they don't know. Sometimes when you talk, you sound very misogynist. They don't understand that you're just talking from a different perspective, and you really do believe that women should have control of their bodies and women should have equal rights and equal this and equal that. I say, yeah, I do. I don't think any other thing that. They goes, but the way you talk, and I had to tell her, well, if people watch my podcast, they know I'm talking to men about the wrong women. The women that we see on social media that say the things I say out loud and they're happy about it. They laugh and joke about it. These are the women I'm talking about. But I can't just say their name, particularly individual. I have to say women. Just like women talk about men, they say men. And I find that it's unfair that you have women that say, I hate men, and that's okay. No one ostracized them for saying that. I never once said out of my mouth, I hate women. I've never said that, but it comes off as that. So I have to always reiterate this. I don't hate women. I love women. I think they're the most beautiful thing on earth. I respect women to a T. I think they're very intelligent. I think they're very good. I think, yes, they can do the same thing as men. Right? I believe they have every right to do whatever they want with their body. I'm pro-choice. I've even said I'm pro-choice 1,000 times. But I guess it doesn't resonate with y'all. But anyway, we'll keep the show going. Let's talk about relationships for a minute because a lot of y'all have been asking for this. Right? You want to know why a lot of relationships fail today? Because too many people want a relationship because not enough people want maturity. Too many people want relationships, but not enough people want maturity. It's a difference, right? The wrong woman will drain you. The right one will inspire you. And I've said this many of times. No one listened to me when I said this. I said the right woman will inspire you. The wrong woman will drain you. You know why? I've said this about myself. When I was in relationships and I was doing music, certain women I was with, they would always help me make better music. They'll help me do everything better. If she respects you, she won't play with you. Every woman I've ever been with that really was a good woman, I told the music I made was better. When I was with women that was trash, it's just, the music was still trash. It was just toxic music, but it wasn't as trash, right? But, right? And ladies, listen. A man becomes dangerous the moment he realizes nobody is coming to save him. That's not toxic. That's responsibility. But here's the truth for both men and women. If someone doesn't want you when you're at your worst, they don't deserve you when you're at your best, right? And I'm going to just say this, fellas. If she don't want you when you're at your worst, you shouldn't give it to you when you're at your best. And what I say is, and ladies, I understand. And I just had a conversation. I just made a post about this. Ladies are saying, I don't want to be in survival mode no more. I don't want to be in survival mode no more. I get it. But you don't think men are in survival mode? You don't think men have it hard too? Especially black men? So you're telling black men who are struggling just like you, hey, I don't want you because you're struggling. And you're struggling. This is the only time I realized that you had to be a millionaire to deal with females who are broke. And there's nothing wrong with being broke. I just find that kind of crazy. If a woman respects you, she won't play with you and she won't make it about money. Too many women are choosing finance over romance. Too many women are saying you have to pay for my love. Too many women are putting a price tag on their submission. That's fine if you do that. And if a man wants to, that's fine. That's none of my business. But if someone doesn't want you at your worst, they don't deserve you at your best. And fellas, I say this, stop chasing love and start chasing peace. The moment you change that, if you stop chasing love and you start chasing peace, your life will change. You'll see women in a different light. And you have to stop sexually objectifying women. When you do that, it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game, right? So this is what I want you guys to do, right? This is what I want you guys to do because what we creeping up on? Oh, you know, this is about our time right here, right? This is about our time. It's about that time, right? So before we get up out of here, right? Before we get up out of here, what I do want to talk about, you know, before we go, what I do want to talk about is, there was a moment in my time in my life where everything hit me at once. People I loved weren't there. People I trusted disappeared. People who should have cared didn't. You know what that moment taught me? Loyalty is rare because most people only stay loyal as long as it benefits them. Loyalty is rare because people only stay around when it benefits them. That was the day I stopped chasing people and I started chasing purpose. I realized my value, I realized my worth, I realized my mission. And from that moment, I never looked back. I don't care what people think about me. I don't care what people expect of me. I don't care about none of that. I know what I want for me. I know my purpose. And what does that mean? I don't expect no one to be there for me in my time of need besides family and God. Because people have shown me time and time again who they truly are. So I can care less what they got going on. I got to do me, right? So if you felt this episode tonight, share this with somebody who needs real talk. Follow me on all platforms, Maserati Shellz, right? Or Talk with Maserati and Maserati Shellz. On Instagram, it's Talk with Maserati. I think on Facebook is Shelton Bullock. Everything else is Maserati Shellz. Tap in with me daily for motivation, mindset, real conversation to help us level up as men, women, and human beings, right? If you rocking with me, man, look, DM me the word growth so I know your journey's with me, right? Until next time, stay focused, disciplined, and keep the best version of you. This is Maserati Shellz 1, real man, real talk. Talk with Maserati. Hey, listen. What I want y'all to do, though, for me, too, also, is listen. I need y'all right now. I gotta go in mode. Like I'm at the YB concert. Go over to YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, right? And then till next time, right? I think we're gonna do I don't know what the next episode gonna be, but definitely gonna lock in. Hey, listen, and we're gonna go out with y'all ready to go out with the music? We're gonna go out with the music. Hey, let's go out with the we're going out with our song. Let's go out with our outro song. We're gonna do the same thing with the outro song. Let's go.
Late nights, deep thoughts, manhood made from lessons taught. We talk truth, we talk pain, turning struggle into strength again. From the heart to the mic, we keep it grown, keep it right. If you're looking for the path you lost, we bring the light into your life. Talking with Maserati, where real men rise, where the broken heal, where the world gets better every time we keep it real. Talking with Maserati, yeah, this is where the change starts. Every story got a meaning, every mind got a fight, but every day
Maserati Radio, let's go.
We building better brothers, better fathers, better friends. We talk life, we talk pressure, we talk power from within. Sit back, breathe, open your mind and let's grow together. This is Talking with Maserati.